Costa, clever ball, Segacic! It's on! Adrian Segacic again off the bench. His 5th goal as a substitute this season. His 7th all told this season. All of them here at Allianz. And Sydney have a bit of late hope in the derby.
Well, Harvey Norman replay again. It's the assist for Douglas Costa, just turning away and threading the ball, and a similar action to the last one that forced a great save from Thomas, but this is out of his reach. And where there's life, there's hope, and Sydney are still alive.
Adrian Segacic moves into the Golden Boot conversation, but that's a minor consideration for the Sky Blues at the moment. And we are being told there's going to be a minimum of 8 minutes to be added on. Are Sydney going to perform yet another great escape? We have to start playing the Dam Busters over the PA. The Wanderers, of course, will have other ideas. It would be harsh if they were to be denied on the strength of their performance tonight. This game is just once again back in the balance a little bit. Into the final minute of the 90 now. Sliced out of play by Lawrence Thomas. And I'm sure those nerves are jangling for the red and black. Aidan Hammond is being readied as a late change. Maybe just to provide a little bit of fresh energy. Here's Costa, who claimed an assist for that Segacic goal. Straight at Priestman with the first ball. Little no-look pass finds Segacic second time around. He'll pick the ball up again. Outside of the boot, he pings in for King. Here's Segacic. Sydney FC throwing bodies to the ball. Ryan Grantz. Well, he wanted a touch to set himself, but just didn't wait for the ball to sit properly.
Well, Wanderers player spread eagle. There it is, confirmation of 8 minutes of stoppage time. Costa to Segacic. It's a good avenue to go. Ryan Grant couldn't quite find that avenue. Difficult to control the volley from there. Sean Evans again swooping in, and the players have pulled up with cramp. And the players have reacted the way they need to. The Wanderers players the way the game needs them to, and on we go.
Well, what a derby, Harps. What a derby.
Yeah, it's been next level.
Is there another twist to come? Aidan Hammond still waiting on the sidelines for Western Sydney Wanderers. Milanovic. Temelkovski, one of the earlier changes. Good feet to get rid of King. Straight at Ryan Grant. Sydney looking to switch defence into attack. The ball slightly behind Caceres, allowed Clisby to make the intervention. Segacic too far in front of Costa. He's saying, I'm not 24 anymore.
But he doesn't need to run. It was a miss-hit pass from Segacic. Miss-hit pass, and
now Sean Evans has finally had enough of all the goings-on the sidelines, and Allianz Stadium has been shown a yellow card.
There's Joel King, whose pass through the middle to Caceres needed to be hit with a right foot to get the right curl on it, but he had to hit it with his left. And the chance to break for Sydney was gone.
By the way, just a correction, I think that yellow card actually went to Chris Bowling, the Wanderers goalkeeping coach.
moments, the Wanderers, to lock up the game. Play for throw-ins in those tight circumstances if they can.
Now late change here. Bosidan Krajov, who's certainly played his part. He'll take his leave and be replaced by Aidan Hammond. Hammond scored in the first derby of the season at Combank. It was eventually a 2-1 loss for the Wanderers. Looking to play his part and wrap up the 3 points here. We've played 3 of the additional 8 minutes. Oh, referee getting in the way. Oh, we've had a bit of everything tonight. Midfield by Senna, Caceres, Costa. Scoop over the top, looking for Segicic. It's going to be a corner for Sydney, which they'll take quickly and short for Costa, who fires it in towards the near post. And the Wanderers' defence were a little slow to readjust there in the end. They scramble it behind via Clisby. Well, almost the entire stand behind the goal up on their feet as the corner comes in. A thrilling climax to this seesaw derby. And Caceres with an intelligent run. It's Caceres fires in a shot, I think. And it pops for Joel King. Costa, everybody back for the Wanderers. The step over through the Brazilian and beaten away by Thomas in the near post. Wow. The adrenaline is pumping. And Oscar Priestman is down again, which the Sydney FC fans don't like. Here's another one for whom victory will taste sweet if it comes.
Well, he's worked really hard tonight, Oscar Priestman. Costa asking the questions again. Well done, Sean Evans. Asked if it was cramp, the player said yes. He said, right, no treatment required. And I rate it highly. Priestman back to his feet, very proppy, walking stiff-legged.
Can the Wanderers hold on? Under 3 minutes to go. Their marquee man about to deliver the corner, Douglas Costa. Marks it towards the penalty spot. Out it comes for Segicic. Shaw can't control it. Sydney dig it out again. A little back heel by Segicic. Costa for King. Back out for Segicic. Through the legs of Hammond. Was he being held back? Sean Evans says corner. Thrilling stuff.
Great pressure from Sydney. Unbelievable defending from the Wanderers.
Costa sends up the signal. In front of an expectant Cove. Shaw can't reach it. Oh, it's pushed away by Thomas and fired into the roof of the net. Unbelievable by Anthony Caceres. And Sydney FC, the great comeback kings of the A-League, have done it again. Quite extraordinary.
Replay. It's a great header from Ryan Grant. Lawrence Thomas makes a terrific save on the line, and Caceres pounces. He started proceedings tonight, Anthony Caceres, and he might have the last say on settling this one. Spine-tingling, in caps, at Allianz Stadium. The Wanderers' brave resistance crumbles. The onslaught of Costa and Segicic, and now Caceres draws them back level in a game that's never to be forgotten. Incredible here at Allianz Stadium.
Well, Allianz Stadium could scarcely believe it. His team were almost there. But never write off Sydney FC. That's what we've learned this season. It was Caceres with a goal and an assist a few weeks ago against Newcastle that got them out of a pickle up at McDonald Jones Stadium. And he's done so again here, but as you rightly pointed out, Harps, don't rule out the contribution of the substitutes, particularly Douglas Costa, but Segacic as well. Now could they go on and win it?
Wow.
That really would be cruel on the Wanderers.
So they are coming home with the wettest of sails, Sydney. The Wanderers have been magnificent tonight. It would be cruel. We're into added time on added time.
Well, would this go down as the ultimate derby comeback? Listen to this, folks. This is what makes football the game that it is, and why it captivates much of the world. And Sydney FC going in search of perhaps an unlikely winner here, or are they? Little rope-a-dope, Segacic with a cross. It cannons behind off Clisby, and it's going to be a corner. And this may well be the last chance for either of these two teams to win it. And everybody on their feet amongst this 32,700 crowd. Costa's cross up in the air by Pantasopoulos. And Klimala digs it out somehow. Back for Costa. Looking for an angle. Squares it up. The shot blocked. And scrambled clear by Jack Clisby. And the whistle goes to the mouth of Sean Evans and brings to a close a quite phenomenal 90 minutes. Well, 98 minutes. That was epic. A derby for the ages. Wanderers will feel as though they've lost another derby. They haven't in the final analysis, but it will feel like defeat because Ufuk Talay's team yet again found a way to dig out a draw from the jaws of defeat. They were 3-1 down with only 2 minutes of regulation time remaining. Allianz Stadium thought he had his first derby win in the bag, but those late substitutions again changed things for Sydney. Adrian Segacic got him back to 3-2 from Douglas Costa's prompt, and then from Costa's corner, and a wonderful save by Lawrence Thomas, it must be said. Anthony Caceres forced the ball home to make it 3-3. Before that, Zach Sapsford had had one heck of a game for the Wanderers, who can scarcely believe that they haven't won it. 2 goals for the Wanderers, number 7. An own goal from Ryan Grant as well. Prior to all of that, Patrick Klimala had put Sydney FC in front in what seems like an eternity ago. But it's that finish that will live long in the memory. The Wanderers at least avoid the ignominy of losing all 3 regular season derbies, as it ends all square for just the 10th time in 40 A-League meetings. But really, that scoreline is only the bare bones of what was a derby for the ages, one that will never be forgotten. Full time at Allianz. Sydney FC 3, Western Sydney Wanderers 3.